We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred.
With Maxwell Silverhammer.
We are nothing sacred. With cruise control. We are nothing sacred.
Oh, yes. Chaz.
Spring is in the air.
Oh, spring again. It's too fucking early to be getting this goddamn hot, by the way.
Oh, wow. It's nice up here. It's pretty beautiful.
Ah, shit, dude.
The flowers are blooming. It's still a little cloudy, and it's probably another little small, short burst of like cold rain. And then it's going to get good here. But anyways, regardless, this is another second show for April 3rd, 4th, actually, whatever the fuck. The date, today's the 3rd. Yeah. 2022. I am Cruise Control.
And I am Maxwell Silverhammer.
And we're going to talk about March. It's our monthly show. Did we do one for that? We didn't really.
We didn't do one in March. No, because we didn't really have anything. Remember?
Yeah, and we also had a drunken secret. I think right.
Oh yeah, right up to it. I think
we weren't missing much in February, but we can talk about March. The world is going crazy. It's getting mad, crazier as it is. March Madness is a true thing.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, man.
So let's start out. What are we going to talk about?
Well, I guess the elephant in the room, man, the Will Smith situation.
Yeah, which is interesting because because you started reading his bio, right?
I read the book. I found it from Lonzo because they were talking. Dusty and Lonzo were talking about it on their show, and he was saying that I guess he read the book and that it's interesting because Will Smith is a self-proclaimed coward, which he is. In the book, he's actually talking about it a lot of times, that he's, there was one time where his dad was abusive and his dad hit his mom and he just kind of stood by and didn't do anything. So he always kind of blames himself for that kind of shit. But, I don't know, man. I like the book. He narrates it too, by the way.
When did you read that? Just out of curiosity.
I started reading it this week.
Okay, so you started reading it after the whole incident with
the slap happened, and then I started to read it because they were talking about the slap on Lonzo and Dusty's show, and so I was like, "Oh fuck, he's got a book out. I'm going to check out this book." So, and I was able to get it, able to download it. So, that's the deal.
Interesting. So see, because me, it's this is what happened. I don't know if you know exactly what happened.
I saw it. Well, because Chris Rock was making fun of her. I guess she's bald or something, or Jada Pinkett. He just
made a very harmless joke about G.I. Jane.
G.I. Jane, right. Yeah, I saw it. And then all of a sudden you hear a thump and you hear Chris Rock go, wow.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God. Really?
Well, the thing is, the reason why Will Smith was laughing at first.
I know.
And then he looked at his wife and she was fucking pissed.
She gave him the side eye or whatever. Like, oh,
yeah.
Hey,
that you better do something about this. So he gets up and makes it. And now, did you know he's might lose his Oscar?
Yep.
He's going to be kicked from Sony. People are saying that Chris Rock should file for assault, and I'm like, you know what? No, I think Will Smith is going to get a lot more than he would for the assault charge.
I think so.
I mean, it is assault. Don't get me wrong, and people are like, and you get the same old bullshit like, hey man, if my girl was talking to you like that, I'd go up there and talk him too. But of course, the joke was harmless. He didn't know, but you know.
Right. Well, I think I'm still. Hey, I'm still a fan, dude. I still, dig his shit. Matter of fact, I was working out to one of his albums today, the Willennium.
That one that I remember we were listening to the first time.
Yep, in G Motor's car,
huh? No, I think it was actually either G Motor's car or it was When You Got Home. It was when we were living on 18th.
Yep,
118th.
Down over here.
I remember that. It was right before the turn of the century. Here we come, the Willennium. Yeah, he's a great talent, but
yeah. Yeah, well, it's just it was like just a dumb move, man. It just happened.
But that's the way but then later on, he's like talking about love and how he's kind of they're all narcissists, man, because they have to be to do that shit, to be in front of that many people and have that much adulation,
Well, he even talks about that in his book. He said, I wanted to be the biggest movie star ever. And, he talked to Arnold Schwarzenegger and Bruce Willis at one point, was like, how do I get to where you guys are? So that's always been a big thing with him, but it was just kind of a childish move, man. I mean, and we all do dumb shit, I've done some dumb shit too.
Yeah, but this is the difference is this is never going away. Like that slap, it's going to be there for years and years and years. And Chris Rock has to deal with that too, because it's not you know, it's kind of humiliating getting smacked like that. You're like, you want to punch back, but he took it like a fucking champ.
I think he did. I think he took it like a man. I like.
Oh, he did. Well, yeah, he just handled it because he was on stage and he knew exactly where he was and didn't lose his cool.
Right.
Unlike Will Smith, who won the fucking Oscar later, which is even funnier, dude.
Yeah.
He has the big moment, then wins the Oscar, and gets up there, starts crying. Everyone gives him a standing ovation like it never happened. It's like, you know,
it's
goofy, man.
Well, Hollywood fucks people up too, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Well, that's the thing. That's why over the last month, one of my biggest realizations, dude, is fame is not great. It's not. It's a cancerous thing in a lot of ways.
Oh yeah.
You talk about these people who are performing in front of 20,000 people. What does that make you think about yourself? Like, I'm the greatest fucking thing ever. When you just, and then you take a shit and you have diarrhea, you know, whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're just another fucking human.
Right.
But this adulation makes everyone think that you're beyond that. You're better.
Better than everyone else or something. Well, I've noticed a lot of those people need handlers too, man. They need people to sort of do their shit for them and control their you know.
Well, no, because that's what I'm saying. They have people who handlers, they have you know, what are they, entourages, you know, of hanger-ons of people who
agents
just want their money. Like, how do you trust anybody when you don't know whether they're your, you know, like if you meet somebody new, let's say you meet a girl and you're fucking Will Smith, you know, like Jada was a star, but still the point is, how do you know they're not just after you for your shit and they don't give a fuck about you as a person, you know?
And that's it. It's hard to really trust anybody. That's probably why most of them date, you know, fellow Hollywooders, you know, as opposed to just random.
Well, that's a lot of it is because of, you know, that'd be great publicity for both of us if we were married, you know, power couple. And Jada's talking about like fucking other dudes. I don't know if you know about that.
I didn't know about that actually. That's funny.
She's actually says that I guess they have an open relationship.
Really?
I guess he's not fucking other people, but she is. I don't know.
Interesting. Don't they have a son that's like trans or some shit too, or something? Weird.
I don't know. Jaden, that's another thing. Who knows what people are today, man?
Yeah.
Another weird ass bullshit. But the fame thing, like you got Madonna like bathing in like rose petals and milk. Like talking about
that's just
how,
insane.
You know,
stupid.
And then on her little video, it's like they're just desperate. Like Madonna's just desperate to be back to where she was in the 80s. Because think about it. You get addicted to it. It's like a drug. It's like Facebook. And it's kind of a good transition.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because I mean the Will Smith thing, there's really not much more we can go into that.
It's just what it is. But like I said, reading his book, he's an intelligent dude. You know what I'm saying? So
he's definitely. It's just a sign of the times though that you lose your emotional shit because you're on, you know, get my wife's name out of your motherfucking mouth.
Right.
You know, it's like you were laughing at the joke before your wife.
Right. You thought it was funny until she gave you you're not getting any pussy look. You know?
Yeah, that's cuckish, man. That's just like, like she's got the reins, man. She's got the fucking. Oh,
yep.
That was funny. Oh no, it wasn't funny.
I wasn't fun. I didn't find it funny. Although, too, do you think maybe he was goofing around? Because he is kind of a goofball type dude, too, man. You think he thought he was being funny by doing that?
No, not the way his face looked and the way he yelled that out afterwards.
Okay.
He had to change. He had changed his behavior because his wife looked at him because how dare he make fun of something to her? And everyone's like, it's a medical condition. God, we're such fucking. Oh my God, it's alopecia.
Well, either way, that's what comedians do, man.
Yeah.
You know, like fuck Don Rickles. That was his act, man. He used to rip on people in the audience.
And what is he supposed to do? Have a medical fucking breakdown of everybody in the audience? Like, oh well, she has this. I can't say this about her. And it was a G.I. Jane joke. It was fucking harmless.
Right, exactly. He wasn't going deep on her like that.
It wasn't even that fun. It was just a milquetoast fucking Oscar joke. You know, like,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was kind of that's a funny.
Yeah, so she made him look like she's got just do what you're fucking told. Get up and fucking punch this dude. So then and now it's going to be everywhere forever. It's not going anywhere.
Oh,
it's going to ruin his career. Probably not. He'll bounce back somewhere.
He'll find. I'm sure.
Just got the Oscar. It's like his first Oscar, I think.
Wow.
And I don't know. And he just got it, and he did that stupid shit. That just goes to show, man, emotional bullshit, like impulsive emotional stuff. And we have a lot of instances of that we could talk about.
Oh yeah. Well, we talked about. Remember the Kanye West thing years ago when he got up there when Taylor Swift was getting an award, and he goes, "Yeah, Beyonce had the best album of all time." Like, what you're a fucking idiot, dude. Shut up.
Yeah.
So they all do dumb shit, man.
Yeah, and it breeds it. Like you can't help because and it goes with fame because it's addictive to even people. That's why social media is turning everybody into narcissists.
Oh God, yes.
Because think about even with like I released a new song. If you want to check it out, Cruise Control 375 is it's on
the
my
YouTube channel, and the song is called The Battle, man.
Yeah, The Battle, and I like it. I think it's a decent song. And I've also got another song on there, but. This kind of goes into the other thing, but even me, like, oh, how many likes am I getting? How many people are liking it? How many people watch? It's like a disease, man. It's like, and then when I don't get any likes, I'm like, why the fuck am I not getting any fucking you know?
Although I gotta say, man, I mean, people like the shit out of all kinds of ignorant stupidity on there, but yet your song, which I think was a good song, and people should check it out. You know, nobody fucking liked it. Nobody commented. Nobody did anything.
Yeah, it's like they take a moment to, you know. Well, listen, and that's the thing about it. And that's the thing that happened with the Zoomer album and everything else. Like, we want things to be big, but does it really matter as long as you're enjoying the process? Because that's what I've learned like over the last couple of months, man. It's like with previous stuff like Zoomer and even Earthling and stuff, there's always just like, we need to be bigger, we need to get more. And it's like, dude, just do it for fuck. We've talked about this a lot lately, but just do it for the joy of it. And who cares?
Exactly. Do it because you have fun. Because when it becomes a job, then it's not fun.
Yeah, or looking at, Nothing Sacred shows up. Oh, we only have 12 views. Right. You know, just ruining the whole experience. Or going into a song going, oh, this is going to be the greatest. Everyone's going to like it. You know, right. Like, I don't even care about posting anymore. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I like to post it just to, you know, say, hey, it's there. You know, you can check it out. But, you know.
Yeah, but I'm not. But the point is that sometimes it kind of makes you go, oh, well, is it really? Is it really? People just
nobody's liked it.
Nobody's not like the song at all. It's like, no, it's because that's the nature of fucking social media. It's fickle.
Yeah, it's just buried in so much bullshit. Well, I mean, I had somebody on Facebook send me a message, 2 messages with a snake singing. And it was the dumbest shit. I'm like, really? Why are you even? Is this funny? What grade are you in? You know?
Well, I mean, do you know the people, of course, right?
I know of the person. I don't know them well, but they just sent me, you know, just kind of a random dumb thing. They just sent me, it was like the snake was doing, it did Sex is on Fire and Have You Seen the Rain?
How did you know it was a fucking snake?
Well, because actually now Jaws is getting pretty good, man. It's telling you like the graphics, snake sings, blah, 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 whatever, you know, Can You See the Rain?
But still, if anybody even has a clue, why would they, like, if you didn't have that, if you just got the video, you'd be like, why are you sending me Sex is on Fire?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Like, well, what is this shit? And the person doesn't know me well. You know what I mean? It's kind of a friend through a friend type deal. But they sent me that stupid shit. I'm just like, why are you fucking? So I almost cringe now when I check if I have an inbox message, I'm like, what the fuck? I used to, you know, get all happy and get the endorphins going and maybe it's somebody write me back about an interview or whatever. Now it's like, oh God, what the fuck kind of dumb shit am I going to find in my inbox? And it's usually, hey, did you see this? Pass this on to 20 people and some just lame, stupid shit, you know?
Yeah, it's in it. And that's what they're wanting. They want attention. And that's what everyone wants now, attention and fame. Everyone wants to be famous and to have attention and be influencers and have millions of followers. And it's like, you know, like when you make a song, like, oh, that's not radio. That's not going to get a lot of, it's like, dude, if you're enjoying it, because I made that song, The Battle. Yeah. Me and my buddy had a great fucking time, dude. We just had so much fun doing it. We looked at the clock and it was like 1 o'clock. We looked at it again. It was like 5. We're like, holy shit.
Damn. Well, I mean, I know, because like the time when I was out there, we did that song. You know what I mean? And
or the new intro that you just
the new intro. Yeah. We had a blast, man. That was fucking awesome.
And it's just because we just did it for the joy of creation, for joy hanging out, having a good time, not like, well, we need to do this and this and all.
Yeah, it wasn't about, oh man, I'm gonna put this is gonna blow up, dude. You know, nothing like that.
We're gonna be big, and if we're not big, dude, what a failure, man. You know.
That's another thing. Yeah, they look at you. Well, you failed. No, I didn't fail. You know, I had somebody say that to me one time with some guy who I do know, and he said something about, well, you failed as a rapper and a talk show host. Like, oh, what? Because I didn't blow up. And this motherfucker still lives off his girlfriend, by the way.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Well, if you failed. No, I have albums, bro. I can show you them. It's not a failure. It's a creation.
Still there.
Well, you didn't sell millions. Well, is it the point of is the point of expression and creation, or is the point of making the bunnies and being bigs?
Yeah, gotta be big. That's the goal at the end, right? You know,
Yeah,
it's everything's some
look,
goal.
look at all these motherfuckers who are big, who are dead from Prince, drug overdose,
Oh,
dead.
yeah.
Michael Jackson, drug overdose, dead. Tyler Hawkins, the drummer for the Foo Fighters, the most popular fucking bands in the country, selling out stadiums, had 10 fucking substances in his body, different substances.
Jesus.
He had Xanax, he had weed, he had alcohol, he had other fucking shit. So what do these people get? So this is that the sign of someone with a happy fucking life? What about Chris Cornell, the guy? He's the lead singer of Soundgarden, one of the biggest bands ever, and he had just massive sellouts. He fucking killed himself.
Well, that's like Robin Williams.
Robin Williams
was
Robin
huge.
Williams,
I mean, that dude was iconic, man. And fuck, here it is. He's obviously unhappy.
Well, he did it because I guess he had Parkinson's or Alzheimer's or something.
Oh, did he? I didn't know that.
Shit, and he said, "Fuck that shit."
Okay.
Or Kurt Cobain, all these motherfuckers, they can't handle it because it's not natural to have fucking millions of people watching your every fucking move. It breaks you or something, man.
Yeah. No, and that going back to the slap thing, you know, same deal. You know, if you or I would have slapped somebody, even
we would have been arrested first.
Yeah, fuck yeah, we would have been. But now this is like, you know, oh, the slap, and it's this big thing that, you know, it's like, oh, Jesus. You know, okay, well, we knew a guy who was kicked in the chest. Remember?
Yeah.
For trying to heckle a comedian. And that was just funny.
Well, because he actually walked up on the dude. So that's
I know. But it was actually
I remember that. I fucking still
he fucking nailed him. And then next thing you see the ambulance coming.
He's going, oh, yeah, there was an ambulance coming?
I think so. Yeah, he had to get an ambulance, I think.
Or he was like, oh, he's laying there going, oh, remember that? He's going,
yeah, he's like, oh.
And everyone's like, oh my God, are you okay?
Like, but I guess that's that's a drop in the bucket, you know, compared to like the Will Smith thing. You know, that's gonna go on forever, like you said. You know, that will always be remembered.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that shit up again because he was an asshole. That guy was a fucking raid.
Oh, the raid thing?
Yeah, tinfoil hat and painting his clothes and then going, hey, fucker, and getting this kick. And you hear it go, ugh.
Oh, yeah, you heard that? Yep, but as he walked up to the stage and
he
kicked him in the
fucking
chest.
falls right back. It's going, oh. So it's going, oh, I broke my ribs or something like that.
Yeah, he was definitely saying he got hurt. And I think somebody mentioned an ambulance or calling an ambulance or something like that. So, because and maybe it's him who told me, because, you know, I still talk to the dude from time to time. And so I think he did tell me he went by ambulance or something. So, yeah, dude, that was some wild shit.
Because you love like, oh, this guy's fucked up. Let me keep him on the friend list.
Yeah, exactly. I keep around fucked up people.
like fucking when you're bored or something like that.
Yeah. Just, you know, somebody there. Just like, all right, well, he likes it. So.
Yeah. So, and this actually was just a lot of lead-ins to our next subject, because this narcissism that's being bred by social media and our whole culture we're fucked, dude.
Oh yeah.
Our culture is fucked. And that narcissism is also, we're talking about the slap, but we're not talking about the war or whatever other fucked up shit they're doing.
The Ukraine or other dumb shit.
It's basically, hey, look over here, look at my left hand, look at my left hand, while your right hand is fucking grabbing their purse and stealing it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. To distract you. So,
yeah. It's like, look at this, look at here, look at here. It's like, look over here to this gay thing, you know, like, oh my God, don't say gay.
And now what's the deal with that? Florida passed a law, right? Mm-hmm. That they couldn't teach sexuality.
Yes,
any kind of sexuality,
or gay sexuality. They don't talk about their sexuality for kindergartners to third graders. And
right, kindergartners. Which fuck, dude, I don't think we did. Remember the sex ed thing? I think it was 6th grade, right? When they finally
taught us that. And that's sex ed. That is dry as that's not talking about like your sexual preferences. That's dry,
it shouldn't be. It shouldn't.
No, that's dry. Like, this is how reproduction works. This is how the semen works. It goes through the fucking
the fallopian tubes and
fallopian tube, and it gets and most of the semen die, and one gets to an egg, and then it grows in the open. None of this fucking. Well, you take the dildo and you shove it in your butt. And that's what they want to teach. That's what the kind of sex that they want to teach, and they want to teach it to kids.
That's fucking insane.
Well, because what they want, they're like, how can I? Like these teachers are going, why can't I just express my gayness to? Can't tell them that I'm gay. I'm like, I didn't know shit about my teachers.
I mean, I had teachers I suspected, but you know, I mean, they never came out and talked about it.
I'm talking about when you're like 7-year-old. You're not going, Mr. Johnson's gay. Maybe later on you look back and go, oh yeah, that guy's gay.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there were a few that now that I look back
now, but you're that age. You're not a kindergartner going, Mr. Johnson,
he's a faggot. Yeah,
he has 2 daddies and they fuck each other in the butthole.
Yeah.
So all you got to say, if they say, why does Johnny have 2 daddies? Ask your parents. Go home and ask your parents.
Yeah. Well, that's what
they can't do that. Well, they're fucking crazy. They're going, parents shouldn't have a right to know what their kids are being taught.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
What?
Yes. Parents do not have a right. They should not have approval over the curriculum of their kids.
And why not?
Because the teachers know better. Because parents, they want the government to be teaching the kids.
Be the parent.
It's called grooming, is what it is.
Oh yeah.
When you teach, and they also want to be able to give puberty blockers to the kids without their parents' permission.
What is this underhanded go behind the parents' back bullshit?
It's because parents are evil. Because parents aren't the government. They want the government to be able to groom your kids. That's why there's this uptick in all this crazy ass trans shit. And also the narcissist comes into play. Is because why can't I tell my children that I'm gay? And there's one room in a school like covered the rainbow flag, like on for like kids. They're having pride parades for 4th graders and shit where they're walking around. They don't even know what the fuck it is, but they're just walking around being indoctrinated into this groom. It's called grooming them sexually, politically. That's why they don't want parents to know, because parents shouldn't have the right to know what their kids are being taught. Dude. Yeah. Well, the gay thing, and these people are saying don't say gay because they want to make it about gay. But it's not. It's about sexual intercourse or sexuality at all. And it's not like it's for 15-year-olds. It's for
These are kindergartners,
5 through 8-year-olds.
Wow.
And it's like, how dare they? You're gonna have, and they talk about you're gonna destroy these gay and trans children's confidence. It's like there is no such thing as a gay or straight or trans child. They're just fucking kids.
Right. They won't become gay till later, man.
Yeah. Well, I've always known I was a woman, even when I was 2. Great. At 18 years old.
It's like anything. Like, should you be able to buy alcohol as a kindergartner then? You know what I'm saying? I mean, if that's the case, by that logic.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Or
should you buy a gun?
They want that. That's why they have LGP. It's LGBTIA something like. Now it's like 5.
They've added more letters to it.
Yeah, and pedophiles are actually considered. They're actually being considered as
a map.
Minor,
I've heard of that. Minor attracted.
So they're going to add M on there soon enough, because how dare children? If children can be gay, then why can't children have relationships with adults? See,
disgusting.
Slippery slope. See, but children can be, and like I said, they're telling parents they can't go to these things. Like they're not telling that. Like there's one dude. These people are fucking crazy.
I hope the parents are fighting this shit.
Oh
man.
God, yes. That's what they're saying. That's what they're doing in Florida. That's why they're so. How dare he not? We can't talk about being gay to our children. Why do you need to tell them that?
Right. It's not necessary.
If you say, yeah, me and John, who's John? Oh, he's my partner. Oh, what? That's all you have to say. John is my partner.
That's all you had to say.
But of course, they're fear mongering, oh, they're going to stop them from saying that. And when you have these trans children who are being told that they're not worthy.
They're not being told they're not worthy. What kind of stupid shit? You just don't push that shit until later.
That's the thing, because they want kids to be trans. This is why these narcissistic parents are going, hey, my kid identifying as a girl. My child is trans. It's not about their.
Well, you remember when I dated somebody who my son is gay? Remember that? That was a big thing for her.
Well, yeah, which is fine. Like, because it means it's a victim. It's my son is gay. Look at the troubles and trials I've had to deal with
his gayness. Although he didn't realize he was gay till he was probably 15 or 16, which is about the normal time anyway. But you don't know that shit in kindergarten. I mean, that's not, you don't even
think about that. You might play doctor, but it's not because I want this girl. And there was one chick who goes, oh, I was finger banging a girl, girls. In Catholic school, I was finger banging another 5-year-old with my
Jesus Christ,
with my jacket over my lap when I was 5. So all this bullshit about not knowing you're gay when you're 5. I'm like, that's your parents being fucked up. You were raised like shit.
Yeah, you're probably raped or something.
Yeah. And then she's like thinking that's like, well, and that's definitely not the fucking that's the exception, man. I guarantee you, like certain people I know didn't realize that they were whatever, or who even knows they even realized. they're being brainwashed, man.
Yeah. Well, that's it.
Brainwashed.
That's the thing. Yeah, because all the gay people I know were just like, oh yeah, I was always gay. I just, all right, cool, man.
Yeah, you were always gay after 11 or 12 when you had hormones. You go, well, I get a hard on from dudes.
For dudes, yeah.
Okay, chicks, I'm gay, but not when you're 5 and going, you get a hard on when you're 6. You're like, what the hell is that?
Hell no. No, I mean, I used to fuck the floor, but it wasn't over anything specific. It just felt good.
Yeah, no, like I'd watch some Playboy and see a boobie, and I'd get a little, when I was 10 or something like that. But before then, it was like, ooh, like you watched porn before we were 10. You're like, what is this?
You didn't even know what your dick was for, dude.
Yeah,
and actually, the first pussy is actually kind of scary.
Yeah.
When you like if you feel it and it's hairy, and you're like, what the fuck is this? Like, is that what a pussy feels like?
Yeah. It's like in the fucking, and you're like, whoa. Yeah. It's like, wow, it's fucking messy down there.
Yeah. Like, oh shit. I thought it was just like a little hole.
I didn't realize I'd have to wash my hands every time
Right. Like, it actually secretes things. Oh shit. So, but yeah, they're teaching this shit to kids, and it's like, whoa, this is too early, man. You can't be doing this shit.
It's because they want to normalize sexuality in younger people so that they can fucking fuck them. It's pedo grooming.
Pedo grooming.
And it also allows them to confuse them so that they can be easily, the same thing with ideology. Like, that's why they're doing Black Lives Matter stuff in schools. Like, they have signs and shit all over the place in schools.
Oh, critical race theory.
They're doing segregation. It's all linked together. It's all Marxist, Maoist type of stuff, where it's indoctrination, grooming, so that they can get them young and make them.
Well, a lot of those politicians and corporaticons are pedophiles too.
Yeah.
Man.
Oh God. Yes.
Well, power,
Disney now. You got to watch the fucking people that say Disney is trying to have at least incorporate trans and stuff into all their new cartoons.
Wow.
Like so that Nickelodeon did the same thing. Nickelodeon had a 12-year-old trans girl on there for some public service announcement. 12-year-old, trans girl. That's fucking insane.
I mean, the only trans thing I remember was I don't know if you remember a cartoon called Trans or Z.
Yeah, or Transformers.
There was actually a character on there named Devlene. She was one of the bad guys. Well, she was part male and part female. That's what her whole deal was. So, and I guess part of her face was male, part of her face was female. So, that's, they kind of dabbled with that then. But I mean, that was, cartoon for older kids, like I was, 10, 11 when I was watching that.
Yeah. And it wasn't sexual. It wasn't like, I'm fucking Bobby and I'm fucking Jen.
No, it wasn't. It was just like, oh, this is, and it was one of the bad guys, of course.
She was an evil one that went, ha, 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 ha.
Yeah. Dr. Demon, what will we do now? So.
Yeah, exactly. Same old shit. But that's the thing. They want these kids and they're damaging untold children, because what they're doing is they're giving them puberty blockers, and that completely fucks them up, because they'll never have a normal sex life. They'll never have a normal, because they're the bottom line is, and this is what people hate about fat shaming and all that stuff, is transitioning or trans people, they suffer from what's called gender dysphoria.
Okay.
It's a psychological condition. In other words, being a transsexual is a mental illness. It's not normal. It's not. No. That's why there's so much suicide going on with these people, and even more now. Like, it's not. This is going to help, because that's one of the things. Not the Don't Say Gay bill is going to cause so many suicides for these young trans children, because they're going to hate themselves because they're not being glorified. And it's like,
how would you not know that? How would you even know that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, because that's what their ideal is. That's why they like to praise, the same thing with, gay, because if we don't give them, they're going to kill themselves. I'm like, no, this is causing more kids to kill themselves. Because when they're 16 years old and realize that they've fucked up their whole lives, puberty is the most important part of your life. It's the most where you grow. It changes you.
It molds your sexuality.
It molds everything. So that's why these dumb, and it's why these people that are trans women can't be performing in women's sports, because they beat the fuck out of them.
Right.
Like, if you watch them,
playing field's not level.
It's not because they have testosterone. They built differently. They went through puberty. If you stop that, you're stopping they're not going to, it's not like if you put puberty blockers in, they're going to all of a sudden be female. They're just going to have their fucking mind, everything all fucked up.
Oh yeah. God,
you can't call it fucking mental illness.
I'll tell you, man, you Usually it's the older people going, "Oh, you young kids have it so good nowadays." Actually, I feel bad for the kid. I'm like, wow, we had it so good back then.
Dude, with social media and with everything, with the phones, that's why you have these fucking kids that have no social skills.
Yeah.
And then they're throwing masks on 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds. Now they got a mask. They still have a mask law in New York where that for some reason,
really?
2 to 5-year-olds are required to wear masks in schools.
Okay.
Right when you're developing your fucking ability to read faces,
right.
And learn how to. It's something. It's a visual thing, but you know what I'm talking about.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, you guys, it's important for you.
It'd be like the same as you. If someone put earmuffs on you.
I was gonna say it'd be like if I had gloves or earmuffs on or something.
Yeah, like you would not know how people spoke. It damages you for life. And then you put in the extra thing with these fucking phones that they got little 5-year-olds on phones and tablets.
Well, that's why I don't know if you saw this post, but I was talking to Scott. Remember my buddy Scott, and I guess I said, oh, because he was telling me that his girls are like teenagers now. And I was like, oh shit, dude, they're probably all over their phones and social media. He's like, oh no, they're not getting phones or social media till they're 18. And I'm like, all right, man.
Yeah. See, and that's so hard to do because he looks like a bad guy. Oh,
yeah. You guys are mean parents.
Mean parents. You're not, and just like these fucking parents who don't want their kids to fucking learn anything else but like these people were trying to stop parents from being able to watch their fucking kids on Zoom calls during the day. Well, parents shouldn't be allowed to see what's going on in the classroom.
They should.
Yeah,
they should.
Yeah. And
actually, there's a group called Dads on Duty in Louisiana. I've heard about these guys, and they're a bunch of dads. They go to the schools and they try to, they kind of go see what's going on. What the kid, are they fighting? If so, they try to stop it. It's actually a pretty cool thing, man.
Well, yeah, but parents have the right to that's the thing. The government wants you to say, well, parents don't, because teachers know best. Teachers know. There's some teachers that have transition rooms. So let's say you come to school dressed up as a guy and you don't want your parents to know that you're actually really a girl. Because they don't want because your parents are the enemy. Your parents are the ones who are grooming.
Oh, so this is where they can be themselves. They get their girl clothes on, or
they
whatever.
Can get their girl clothes on during the day, then come back at the end of the day, change back to their boy clothes, and go home. And
Jesus Christ,
it's fucking sick, man.
Like hide shit from your parents. You know what I'm saying? Like
yes.
Wow.
They don't want to. Just like they don't want abortions to have parental consent for abortions. Until if you're not 16, you're 14 and you get knocked up. Nope, you should be secret. Your mom don't need to know. Just like your mom don't need to know about these puberty blockers.
That's crazy.
Your mom doesn't need to know about these fucking these books that show people blowing each other.
Hide shit from the parent. I mean, because I'm just remembering when we were in school, it was always. I mean, you had to have parental consent for everything. You know what I'm saying?
And it's amazing because these guys are like, well, why should I always knew what my teachers were doing in their personal lives. It should be a great thing for me to say because now teachers are coming out in front of their kids. They're coming out and saying, "I am gay.
I'm gay"
to their classes, and this like 10-year-olds going,
like, the kid even knows what the fuck that is. You know what I'm saying?
They don't care. Like, so you're gay,
right? Like, okay, great announcement.
Like I said, like Disney's doing where they want 50% of their characters to be transgender, gay, or minorities. And that's a big backlash against Disney now because they're saying their parks are going to be genderless. So they're going to take the names of the male and female off the bathrooms.
Okay. So what's Mickey and Minnie Mouse? What are they going to be doing?
They're going to be, who knows?
Tranny Mouse or what?
I don't know. It depends on what you are each day. Just like the Women of the Year for Newsweek and Times Women of the Year. They're both trans men.
What?
They're both men who transitioned to women, and they're the Women of the Year.
Oh, hell no.
Yes.
Wow.
And just like I said, like Leah Thomas, she was 300 and something in something in the country ranked swimmer. She transitions and now is swimming as a woman and is winning meets and is now like 32nd or 30th.
So it used to be a man at one time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
She went through puberty as a man. So
wow.
And you can't. It's like or the new term is men with vaginas or
oh Jesus,
or birthing people. Instead of because you can't say women, just like they asked the new Supreme Court judge, what is a woman? And she goes, well, I'm not a biologist.
Like, wow.
No.
Okay.
So basically she wouldn't answer the question because there's no, they don't want to cook their answer.
That's Biden's army for you, man.
Oh yeah. He's got, he's doing trans, that's what he said. we need to protect the trans children in the world. Like, there's no such
Biden
thing.
and his lame duck bills, man. Or like the thing he just signed about lynchings. When's the last time you heard about a black dude getting lynched?
Oh yeah, it's all bullshit. It's like the joke on that is, wow, we should outlaw draw and quartering and public duels too.
Right. People riding up on their horse with jousts, you know what I'm saying?
Seriously, like, but for your honor, like whatever.
Wow.
Like, we should
like just lame duck ass president, man. That's what I would call it. Just
he's a disaster, and his vice president is a disaster. But she's the first quote unquote black female president, just like the first black female Supreme Court. Of course, now they're saying that that Clarence Thomas is not actually considered black anymore because he's
how's that?
He's not because people are saying Thurgood Marshall was the last black judge. It's like no, Clarence is on. Well, he doesn't count.
How come he doesn't count?
Because he's conservative. Because he
so he does. Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm. And Joe Biden didn't want him in there. He used to,
Wow, fucking Jesus, man.
It's just our country is fucked up, and it's going with the fucking fat thing too, where it's fat shaming. And like there are doctors' offices now where it's optional to be weighed. Like,
wow,
like
really?
unless it's medically necessary to be weighed, then they don't, like, you can opt out of being weighed at the doctor's office because weight isn't really important for health.
It isn't. Yeah, I disagree on that one.
You are a living fucking example.
Exactly. Dude.
Sleep apnea. You probably had aching fucking back.
Oh, my back. I think I told you I was walking through a mall with Henry with Mac Metro, and fuck, dude, I could not wait to get to because I'm like, oh god, I'm out of breath. My back hurts.
Yeah.
I was sweating. That was
the simple act of losing weight changed your life.
Fuck yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, that's fat shaming right there. You can't do that.
I'm fat shaming, huh? I was fat shaming myself, I guess, huh?
Because now there's fat aerobics. The swimsuit editions have fat people on them now.
Hey, man, if that's what you're happy doing, but I'll tell you, man, you just feel a lot better when you lose that goddamn weight.
You do. It's natural. It just makes sense. They're carrying an extra fucking weight on you. If your heart is beating, you've got this weight all over your body. You can't do anything.
Yeah, exactly. And as you get older, it starts to become worse. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like even me right now, I'm fucking working all the time. I got I don't know what the fuck happened. I woke up this morning and my fucking left side of my back is all fucking sore.
Oh, dude, I was cutting my toenails last week, right?
Yeah.
And I had my foot up on my leg, and I must have pulled a hamstring or something, dude, because I was like, ooh, and I stand up. It was bad, dude. I actually audibly yelled.
It was a cramp, probably a cramp, right?
It was in my back of my leg there,
and then it stopped hurting mostly, and then kind of
it's still a little bit like when I was on the treadmill today. I could feel it a little bit, that it had
you gotta watch yourself. Like I think what happened is I sneezed last night. I had a sneezing fit.
Oh, see, even like little stupid shit like that.
I had a couple of beers. You know how you get the beer sneeze?
The beer sneezes. Yep.
And I think I fucking pulled something like that.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's so easy to fuck yourself up now. It's like, why would you want to up the odds on that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I'm so glad both of us just really got to the point of getting fit, at least getting to the point where we can fucking walk for 30 minutes without fucking even not breaking a sweat, but without getting winded.
Yeah. Well, remember, I think didn't we take the bus or something and go to your mom's?
Yeah.
And when we were walking, I'm like all out of breath, like
Yeah, and I'm going, dude.
Yeah, no, it was bad, dude. So I'm very happy I lost that weight. I picked up a few pounds again, but I mean, nothing.
But the thing is, you're exercising, and that's gonna even if you are a little overweight, at least if you're active. These people that say, "Well, I'm fat and exercise. I'm beautiful just like I am." Okay, great. But do you really feel that way? Because if you did, you wouldn't care what other people said. The fact is, you hate people saying you're fat, so you're going to try to make it great to be fat. Not
exactly.
I'm fat, but I'm fat. It's amazing. Just like I'm gay. I'm this. I'm that. I'm
like love my fat. Like
love me.
Well, okay. Sorry, bro. I don't like the fact it's fucking you up. And it's making it where you can't do things. Well, it's kind of like Mac Metro said to me one time, man, dude, if you worked out, you might feel better. And I'm going, well, I'm not sick. What is he talking about? Well, now I know what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm. And not only that, but you start working out and then it gets addictive. And now you're doing more than just the fucking treadmill. The climber too.
Yep. The climber. I've done some weights sometimes, I do the weights too.
Yeah.
So
that's the thing. I started doing a trampoline. I'm like, wow, this is great. Then I started doing the push-ups, and I started doing this arm thing, and now I've got this whole routine down. And I'm looking at myself going, holy shit.
It's
like
great.
I'm feeling muscles in places. Like when I put my arms to my sides, like I feel like something under my arm. Like, what is that? It's
like, oh shit, it's a muscle. Wow.
It's muscle.
So damn. Well, the only other thing I was going to talk about, I was just going to tell you about my shitty day on Friday.
Okay, go for it, man.
So I guess the day before I get this meeting invite from somebody up there in administration, and they want us on this. It's they want to test team. They called it a Teams test drive, which, by the way, dude, I hate Teams, dude. Teams is shit. And it's totally inaccessible. It's not like Zoom. Zoom's way better. But I guess the reason they want to start using the Teams is because somebody did a Zoom meeting and apparently got Zoom bombed somehow. Like people were getting into the meeting and, doing all kinds of fucked up shit and sending nasty messages to some of the women and, all kinds of other crazy shit.
Fucking figures, dude.
So I guess they wanted to test Teams to see if it was any better. Well, dude, I get in there. First I get in, I can see that there are people in there, but I don't hear anybody. And I'm like, what the fuck? Oh, and my bus was late that day. By the way, Paratransit's been late as shit lately again. So I was another one where I had to take Uber to work on Friday. But so anyway, yeah, I finally get into the meeting, but I can't talk now. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, where the fuck is the mute button? I'm not seeing them unmute, or any of this shit. And they're all going, Max, can you hear us? And I'm trying to shake my head. Like, can you see my fucking camera? No, yes. I can hear you. But that was a bitch. Well, while that's fucking going on, some lady walks in my office, just this strange. And I said, who are you? And she's like, my name's Abigail. I'm here to vacuum. And I'm like, I'm working.
You probably did say it just like that.
I did. Huh? I said, I'm working right now. What do you mean? You guys do that after hours? Well, here's what happened. I guess my assistant dropped some shit on the floor and she told Screech Owl, who's the building manager. And I don't know, dude, for some reason, Screech Owl has she's really nice to her, always tries to help her out. And she was like, oh yeah, I'll get somebody back there to vacuum that up for you. So that's what she was there for. But I'm going, I don't know anything about this shit. So,
I didn't tell you, of course.
Of course, nobody's told me shit. So I just,
see another one. I'm just gonna say it. Another one.
Yeah.
Not on there, dude. Just another disrespect. Like that's no.
Another notch in the belt kind of deal. Huh?
Yep. Another straw, dude. It's the back is gonna break at some point, bro. I'm telling you. It's like the deadly cuts, man.
Yeah, it may. It just may. So anyway, I sent this woman away, and we had that going on. And I think there was some other dumb shit that was just stupid shit that was going on that day, dude. It was just kind of a fuck, like I'm not used to having. Occasionally, I'll have a bad day, but that was just kind of an annoying.
And it makes it worse because it's a Friday. Because you're just like, it's Friday. It should be a smooth, great fucking
right.
day,
And it's shit. It's just like, and it wasn't like a horrible day or anything, but it was just like, just little annoyances here and there.
The good thing is you probably went straight to the runner.
I sure did.
That shit.
And I met Steve, and yeah, we had some beers. Oh, that was the other thing. I have this Dymo labeler for printing labels, and I was trying to print something other than a label, and I forgot that when I use the Dymo labeler, it defaults to that printer instead. So I wind up like wasting a fuckload of labels, and then I'm trying to put the, rethread it back in there, and I'm having issues. I eventually had to go get somebody because my assistant wasn't there that day. So they had to help me put everything back on the spool and put it back in the labeler. So yeah, that was fucking annoying too, dude. It's getting pissed off.
Well, the world is crazy, but that was April Fool's Day. So
that's true. It was April Fool's. I'll give it that.
I'm glad I didn't get any bullshit a lot on April Fool's. I'm glad I'm not a big, for a number of reasons, not a big fan of it. Well, not a big fan. It just doesn't really do anything for me. By the way, we'll dedicate this show to the memory of Mr. Johnny Cruz, who on April 1st, 2003 passed away. Shit.
He died on April. That's right. It was April.
Yeah, April 1st. Thursday, April 1st. It was a Thursday.
Well, he won't even have to have internet to listen to the show. So that's cool, man.
Yeah, exactly. So if you're out there in the cosmos somewhere, Dad, Pops, then have yourself a coconut a chili cheese dog.
And say, it tastes so good, I hate to swallow it.
And with that, I guess we can roll. This is the Nothing Sacred. Anything else?
Yeah. Oh, hey, I want to shout somebody out because they subscribed. Shout out to Harley for subscribing to us.
Cool.
You know, she's a bar buddy, so just
all right, Harley. Thank you for subscribing to us. And with that, this has been a Nothing Sacred show for April 4th, 2022. And hey, let's do it. But before we go, let's just do it together and see.
Yeah, we're going to.
No, not that slow. And that's the story.
Nope, we're just going to do the normal.
Just do it. All right. So with that, I am Cruise Control.
I'm Maxwell Silverhammer.
And that's the story there.
Bitches. Peace out.
We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. We are nothing sacred. With Maxwell Silverhammer. We are nothing sacred. With Cruise Control. We are nothing sacred.